its sponsors, staff, or management.
When you walk out on that field today, ask yourself this question. What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! I'm going to the house! I'm going to the house!
I did. That's what I said on your desk.
This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it. It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. Talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know,
I'm trying to pay my way. I didn't get a chance to stop and get any today. Yeah.
Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's who I am. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? I'm going to the house. I'm going to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Now, this game is just getting started right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. We're streaming live on KYOKradio.org, and I tell you what, man, it is going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day. I'm excited about it already. It's our Throwback Thursday. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, going to be joining us very soon. But we got to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. And I want to appreciate Todd Malcolm for hanging out with me yesterday. You know, we talked about, of course, the issue with Sha'Carri Richardson. And, you know, Todd sent me a clip today of Emmanuel Acho and him saying, well, who do you leave off of the team if you invite Sha'Carri Richardson to come and run on the relay team? And then he named like the number 3 fastest woman. He named like the number 6 fastest woman. He called somebody the most decorated woman in short races. And I'm like, bruh, you do know that's not accurate. And then he kept making it about black women, black women, black women. I'm not going to tear Emmanuel Acho down. I will say this, of late, he's been a little off for me. It's not about race, and I mean racial lines. It's about, you're talking about the fastest woman in the United States versus the number 3, the number 6, and whatever number he randomly gave to the person that is not the most decorated runner in sprint and short races right now. So I'm just saying, again, the whole drug issue was one thing. Her suspension is 30 days. 30 days would be up before the qualifying of the 4x100 for the women. Why not have her on the team? That's all I'm asking. Nothing to do with race, nothing to do with black women. Just, I'd love to hear from the USOC on why they chose not to bring her. And the only thing that makes sense for me right now is that they just didn't want all the issues around her being there. That I can understand. Might not agree with it, but that I understand. Emmanuel Acho and all that other stuff, I ain't even, again. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's that?
Dre, how you feel?
With my hands. What's going on, greatest?
I'm going to get to it, man, because I can't wait for Kris. God, Gardner. Hey, man, okay. Gabby Thomas.
Yep.
Think she gonna run the 100 meters. She gonna run in the sprint. But she about to be a doctor. I mean, look. I'm gonna focus on that. Okay, 2008, 2012, 2016, 2020. The legendary Allyson Felix gonna be in her 4th Olympics. I want to talk about that. You know, Miss Richardson, she got ganked. You know, she made a mistake. She apologized. But I'm going to play devil advocate. Look, how come we ain't focusing on the young ladies who done the right thing? Not saying she done something so bad, but like our president said, she knew the rules is rules. And it's a steep price to pay, but I don't think it would be fair for her if she broke the rules about smoking some weed, which ain't no big deal to me, but those are the rules, against having the girls who done it the right way on the team. You dig where I'm coming from, brother?
I do, but again, keep up with me, greatest, because I'm in a sprint race and I'm not in the marathon. I'm beyond the breaking of the rules.
Yes,
the rules were broken. She accepted her punishment. The punishment for her was 30 days. That punishment would be over in time for her to help the U.S. Olympic team 4x100 qualify for the finals and actually run in the finals and compete for a gold medal. Why is she not on the team for that? I'm not talking about pre-marijuana. I'm not talking about the 100 meters, which she is disqualified for because of what she chose to do. I'm talking about after her suspension is over, why is she no longer under consideration to be on that part of the team? That's what I'm asking.
Well, Dre, I mean, you old school like me. I mean, we might as well keep it real. Well, in my house, when I grew up, my mom and dad told me, when you black, you got to do everything by the book. You got to do it by the book. You got to be twice as good. So the skin we in, unfortunately, if we keeping it real, you can't do what Michael Phelps did. You can't do what Lance Armstrong did. You can't do what Jack Del Rio and some of these other, what's the one that's spitting the football players? You can't do what they do.
Romanowski.
We got to do, Bill Romanowski. We can't do what other folks do, man. We got to do it by the book. And I think it's too steep of a price for her to pay. But her coaches, some advisor, some older person should say, look, now, you know you're going to go to the Olympics. You got to do the right thing. You can't be making no slips. How about that?
I get it. I get it. And if that's what they're doing, then so be it. But don't make it right. And that's why I go back to the young lady that I'm about to collab with, making it her business to try and get some diversity on the Olympic committee. You got to have diversity. You got to have people that understand beyond just the rules this, the rules that. And again, I agree with the 4-time Olympian that I'm not going to say her name because I don't want people to think I'm coming for her. I'm not. She said, the time to change the rules is not when you break the rules. I agree with that. I'm not asking for Sha'Carri to be able to run because she broke the rules. I'm saying after the punishment that was agreed upon by the USOC was over, you mean to tell me you still can't find a spot for her on the 4x100? I don't want to hear what Emmanuel Acho is talking about. You talking about the number 3, the number 6, the number 99th. Dude, you talking about the fastest in the United States right now.
Okay, real quick now. I ain't going to, I mean, she ran the fastest that day, but that could change any time. But then them Jamaican females, they waiting for her. And then some of them sisters on the American team, they waiting for her. But bottom line, all I'm saying is the young ladies who done it the right way, in their mind, they'll say, well,
y'all are stuck in a place in time, bro. Y'all still stuck on the right way. I get it. So greatest, let's do it like this. You get arrested for doing something you wasn't supposed to do, but you did it. And you serve your time. Do you want to keep hearing about why you can't get a job now and why you can't go where you want to go after you served your time?
Brother, I agree, and I agree with you, but it goes back to what I said. When you look like me and you and her, you got to do it by the book. Now, I'm going to let you go because I know you got a guest coming in, and you want to get to that depth. But I wanted to leave a message with TD Blackshear, if I could, Dre.
You leave TD Blackshear alone, but go ahead.
Hey, TD Blackshear, this for you, man. Blackshear, if you don't hurry up and give me my money, I'm going to do you like Clay did Sonny. Rumble, young man.
Greatest. Get off my phone, in the words of Skipper Lee Frazier, man. Good dude. Caller of the year 2018. Appreciate him like crazy. Again, I'm not trying to make, just the whole show about this today. I'm not. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. If you wanted to suspend this young lady for the whole season, do that. Do that. If you want to, say that, well, we gave her 30 days to get, to go through this program, but really we think she needs more time, say that. But again, Emmanuel Acho's not on the U.S. Olympic Committee, so his opinion is no more important than mine. Him saying, well, who do you leave off the team? The number 3 runner in the world, a black woman, the fastest woman in the 200 meters. We ain't talking about the 200 meters. We're talking about 4x100, a black woman, and the most decorated woman in the short races today, which is not. And yes, she's a black woman. We're not talking about Sha'Carri running just because she's black. And if other people are talking about that, that's not what I'm talking about. So I don't know. It was in my morning rant. I had to get it out, and it's out now, and we'll leave it there. Home runs by Jose Altuve, drove in 3, and then Tucker hit another one late, and that's all the runs the Astros needed. They got a 4-3 win over the Oakland A's last night. They've now won 6 in a row. And they'll be playing for number 7 in just a little bit. They play today at 1:10 Central, looking for their 7th win in a row and a sweep of the second-place Oakland A's. Joey Gallo went deep twice last night for the Rangers. It wasn't enough, though, because yesterday afternoon, I apologize. It wasn't enough, though, because the Detroit Tigers beat them 5-3. They're going to host Oakland tomorrow at 7:05. And then I've got to say, Keith Hennig, congratulations to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They are the back-to-back Stanley Cup champs in the NHL after beating Montreal in 5. Can't be mad at them. Only 9 teams have gone back-to-back in the history of the NHL to win the Stanley Cup. So congratulations, Tampa. I was telling somebody on one of my earlier sports updates on another station that Tampa has the Super Bowl championship. Tampa has the NHL Stanley Cup championship. Thank goodness they don't have a basketball team, but they do have a baseball team. And let me look, where those Rays at right now? Let me see where the Rays at right now and see if we're going to have to start calling Tampa title town. Hey, they're in second place in the American League East. 51 wins, 36 losses. They're 2.5 games behind the Red Sox. So it could happen. It could happen. They've got the 4th best record in the American League. Let's see, the Red Sox, the Astros have the best record. Red Sox second best. White Sox 3rd, and then Tampa. It could happen. It could. Keith Hennig says, I don't even know how to spell hockey. That's funny. It would have been funnier, Keith, if you had said, I don't know how to spell NHL. That would have been funny. All right, let me hit the phone line. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
You asked the question why they're not going to let her participate after her suspension is up?
Yeah, I want to hear this. This is about to be good. Hold on. Let me lean back. Go ahead.
It's simple. They're racist.
You think that's what it is for real? For real?
Do I think? Do I think?
I'm listening.
I mean, it looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It's a duck. I like Michael. I like Michael Phelps. No hating on Michael Phelps, but I mean, he had bungs coming out of his ears. But of course, I mean, he got suspended for 3 months, which is longer than her month. But then they turned around and said, "Hey, that picture surfaced after he competed, and he was suspended for 3 months, and he lost his Kellogg's contract." Okay, I understand. She's suspended for 1 month, but her suspension, like you said, is up, and they still won't let her compete. And then they put a white girl in her replacement who will not win.
Well, I'm not going to say that she's not going to win because she's white. I don't think none of them are going to win, and I mean that sincerely. I'm not hating on the other. I don't think she's not going to win.
I don't think she's not going to win because she's white. I don't think she's not going to win because she's white. I don't think she's going to win because I just don't think she's going to win. She could be purple. I don't think she's going to win.
Yeah, no, and again, I'm saying that Sha'Carri gave the U.S. women's team the best shot to win a gold medal in the 100 meters. I expect Jamaica to do what they have done for the last 1, 2, 3, 4 Olympics, 3, and I expect them. I expect them to do that.
Jamaica, Kenya, Libya, Zimbabwe, Tanzania.
She done called the whole continent. She done called
absolutely Mali, Cameroon, all of the above.
She done called the whole continent of the motherland. All of them are gonna beat the U.S. team.
All of them. You know why? Because if America had America at its best interest, Sha'Carri would be running right now. Because the Tokyo Games come up after her suspension. I don't know her personally, but this was her dream. She's been through some tragic events with the loss of her mother. This was her thing to get to the Olympics. I don't think that she would risk it again. I think that she has learned her lesson, and she would, walk a straight line. I mean, she might smoke weed after the races, but I think she would do what she needed to do to get to the Olympic Games. So for them to renege on what they said, they suspended her. Okay, fine. She, made her statements and everything, but then they come back after the fact and say, "Oh, well, we've decided a couple of days later not to even let her participate in the Tokyo Games." That's just straight racist. I mean, there's no reason for it. I mean, it's just dragging us through the ring a little bit further, a little bit more. Because if America was all about, okay, we want this championship, they would put her in that game because she is the best shot at the United States bringing home that gold.
Yeah, I just want all the Astro fans out there to be quiet, sit this one out. I want all the George Brett fans out there to be quiet, sit this one out. All the New England Patriot fans out there to be quiet, sit this one out. Tom Brady fans out there, be quiet, sit this one out. Jerry Rice fans out there, be quiet, sit this one out. I can go down the list because nobody was crying rules then, and now all of a sudden it's rules now. I'm fine with that. The woman broke the rules. She accepted her suspension, and her suspension would be up when this race comes up. So
I'm fine with that too. I'm fine with that too because they say no drugs, whether it's THC, or even though they say CBD is not drugs, whatever. I don't care if she just licked the reefer paper. I mean, if the rules are the rules, okay, fine. But the rules don't apply to us, okay? They don't apply to us.
Now, wait a minute.
They're overextended, and they over-apply to us.
Okay, I got you. Now I see where you were going with that. All right. Since I got to take a break, but I always appreciate you and my brother. Y'all be safe out there in this weather.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's good talk. And again, I know some folk don't like that old victim mentality. We'll talk about it more right here on the lunch break on the Legendary KYOK.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book,
I simply must add you to the list. Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more, located at 3126 Tidwell, between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211, conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Two radio stations in one.
Hi, I'm Larry Scott, host of the Not So Christian and Me Show. Join me Saturdays for great fun, interviews, music, and the latest news surrounding our world today. We are the show that cares to hear your voice and opinion with real conversation in a no judgment zone. So join me Saturdays from 1 to 2 p.m. on the Not So Christian and Me Show, right here on the legendary KYOK Radio, 1140 AM, and the all-new 92.3 FM and KYOKradio.org.
This is TJ from South Park. I listen to the lunch break with AJ Jones on 1140 AM and 92.3 FM.
All right, y'all, we back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, also streaming live on Facebook at The Lunch Break KYOK, streaming live on YouTube, The Lunch Break with AJ, and streaming live on Twitter at Lunch Break KYOK. It's our Throwback Thursday, but it's also what I call HBCU Thursday. I got my Winston-Salem State University shirt on in honor of somebody that's going to be playing in the NBA Finals tonight. And we got the HBCUs and their marching band as our background music today. So that's how we're getting down today on Throwback Thursday. Yeah, y'all ain't ready for that HBC music. If you don't know, you don't know, but you better ask somebody. All right, so I'm back. I got to read this message. Because this one was really good. It's kind of long. Y'all stay with me. Judith G is what I'll call her. Judith G says she's been an administrator for over 35 35 years. And she said, AJ, when you add more to the punishment that was agreed upon, and there has not been another infraction, you literally can break the will of the person that you are trying to teach the lesson by punishing them for their decisions. I don't understand what lesson they're trying to teach to this young lady. I, for one, don't think it's about race. I think that there's something else. It's interesting that she says that. And thank you, Judith G., for listening. Thank you for your message at aj@kyoksports.com. Thank you for emailing that to me. Okay, so she brings up a point. You did this wrong. I agree. The punishment is either 30 days if you go through a treatment program, or 60 days or 90 days if you don't. I'll take the 30 days. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. I was wrong. I apologize. It won't happen again. Okay, great. You're going to miss your race. Yeah, I understand. I sure hate that for you. Yeah, me too. Okay, well, take care now. All right. And then she finds out, and you find out, that she could still possibly compete in the 4x100 because her agreed upon suspension would be over. And again, I keep saying Emmanuel Acho has nothing to do with the Olympics. He is not a part of the U.S. Olympic Committee. He is not a part of the Rules Committee. He's not part of any of that. He's like me. He's got a show. I got a show. He spouts his opinion. I'm espousing mine. I want to hear about the third fastest runner. I don't want to hear about the sixth fastest runner. I don't want to hear about the fastest runner in the 200 meters. The fastest 100-meter runner in the United States, punishment agreed upon would be over. You mean to tell me you can't bring her to Tokyo just in case? You just flat out, nah, we good. We wish her well. It's unfortunate, but we wish her well. Something else is, according to Judith C., and I agree with her, she's over 35 years in education. She knows what she's talking about. Something else is going on. I don't know what. Donna Coleman Holman, caller of the year 2019. Hey, AJ and the Lunch Breakers. Why don't we know who the reporter is that disclosed that Sha'Carri Richardson's mother passed away? Let me cancel him or her. Yeah, I'm gonna put that up. Let me post that up so people can see that. Let me say this. First of all, Donna, how you doing? We miss you, man. Second of all, there are people starting to question whether that was even true or not. There are. You know how investigative reporters are. You know, we got some people in our you got them in your family that they just won't let it go. Huh. And now they checking all your personal records. They looking all online. They paying money to find out your new address and your new phone number and all your new information. I mean, they just going in way too deep to places they don't need to go. And there are people that are literally starting to question whether or not her story is even true about why she smoked marijuana in the first place. I'm not discounting any of that. I'll just say that for me, it doesn't matter. If it was because her mother passed, you know, her natural mother, her birth mother passed, that's tough enough. I mean, to me, you just leave that alone. If she was not telling the truth about that, guess what? She still got punished. She still serving a hefty penalty. So the lesson from all this is still being learned. But, you know, just like some people have to be first, you got a whole nother group of people that have to be right, that have to break the story. And, you know, good for them. If that's their career path, if that's what they've been called to do, good for them. But boy, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I mean, just not. A lot of times what you put out there on other people, eventually it turns around and gets put out there on you. Have y'all seen the stories that are going around about Rachel Nichols right now in the bubble? Interesting. I'm not saying they're true. I'm not saying it's right to to talk about. I'm just asking, have you heard? Ain't no fun when the rabbits got the gun. So anyway, I'm gonna leave Sha'Carri alone. I'm gonna leave her alone. I for one am looking forward to this young lady's comeback. Folks had a hard time beating her then. Wait till they have to run against her next. Just wait. Everybody's asking about her team around her and where were they and watch what's going to happen when this other team gets around her now. Watch how locked up and synced up and focused she's going to be now or next. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying Rachel Nichols could be better for what she's about to go through and is going through. She could be a better person if she let it marinate. I got a shout out to a friend of mine, Maria Todd. Maria Todd is a longtime radio, TV personality here in the city of Houston. I got a message that I called her name in place of Maria Taylor yesterday, and charge that to my head, not my heart. Maria Todd, big shout out to her. Hope she's still doing great things in Houston radio and television. Again, one of the best. So, but anyway, Maria Taylor handling her business, head down, handling her business. She talked a little bit about, how unfortunate it was the way things went down. I think that she has handled it very well. I know others don't agree. They feel like she and the other young lady that shared the video with Maria broke some kind of trust because Rachel thought it was a private conversation. The fact that it was recorded should have never been shared with Maria, and the fact that Maria used that for contract negotiations and leverage. Just real quick, nobody said that Maria was using that for contract negotiations and leverage. Just because where you get your news tells you that that's what it was or might be where it is doesn't mean it's true. Maria was in a contract negotiation before this stuff even happened. Does it give her some more leverage? Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know. Nobody's in that. You're not in it. I'm not in it. We don't know. I personally hope that she does like Nicole Hannah-Jones and goes somewhere else. That's me. That's not my job to turn down. It's not my job to turn down. That's just my personal opinion. North Carolina and their big money booster thought that they could control Nicole Hannah-Jones's fate. Big money booster who inherited a magazine news outlet, calls himself a journalist, spent like 1 or 2 years doing actual journalistic work and was put over a department and then eventually inherited the whole doggone organization, business. And he decided that her credentials were not sufficient for tenure at North Carolina Chapel Hill. And what's sad is several people fell for that nonsense. 4 people voted against her. The majority voted for her, but what they forgot was the final choice was hers. A lot of folks talking a lot of mess about Maria Taylor. A lot of them. A lot of folks probably making phone calls and trying to pull some weight and pull some strings. But here's the thing. The bottom line is the final decision is hers. And I wish her the best. Young lady has worked hard and earned it, whether people agree with that or not. I've watched her career for a lot of years. She's worked hard. She's earned it. Still mad at Nick Saban for the way he handled her. Real mad about that. Oh yeah, and by the way, did y'all see Dabo Swinney? Did y'all see the latest on Dabo? Dabo, the same dude who said, hold on, let me go to his actual quote. I don't like to misquote Dabo Swinney. You know, he's a good Christian. He's a good Christian. I don't like to misquote him. So hang on. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, nah, I'm way off. Okay, let's see. Dabo Swinney said, and I quote, I'm way off again. I don't get it. Willie Gibson sent that to me. I thought he did, and now I can't find it. Okay, there we go. I had more stuff. Live radio, man. Live radio. Yeah, I can't find it. I can't. Basically said you can count him out when they start paying players. He'll go find something else to do. In other words, he'll quit if they give name, image, and likeness to the players so they can make money off their own name, image, and likeness. Of course, that became effective July 1st, and he still had to announce anything about quitting. But I posted a story today about our good brother Dabo Swinney, the good brother, the Reverend Brother Dr. Dabo Swinney, good man. It says Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney's son, Drew and Will Swinney, have developed their own merchandise through the Players Trunk released on Wednesday. The Swinney Bros created an adult and youth t-shirt and hoodie that says Holder You, which is a nod to Will, a fifth-year senior being the Tigers' starting holder since 2017, and the two have become the latest Clemson athletes to profit from the NCAA's interim name, image, and likeness policy. Huh. Wait, what? Dad says I'm going to quit if players start getting paid for their name, image, and likeness. Sons say, bet, and start a name, image, and likeness business. Any word from Dad? Anybody checked on him? Make sure he's all right? What is he doing? Is he writing the perfect letter of resignation? Or is he somewhere kneeling before his maker, repenting for his errant statement? AJ, why are you attacking that man's faith? I'm not. I'm acknowledging it. Ye without sin, throw the first stone. I ain't saying I'm without sin, but I'm throwing this rock right now. I sure am. I ain't saying I'm without sin, but I'm sure chunking this rock right now. Dabo, please. All right, I got to take a break. 281-453-1000 if you want to get in. 281-453-1000. Also, if you got a birthday, hit me up. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text me 832-403-5005 if you got a birthday. I want to celebrate your birthday, all right? Or anniversary, because we got some big, long-time anniversaries out there. All right, we'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times. They realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527.
9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527. Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours, any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately, with no listings or strangers walking through your home. Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760. If your loved one has passed away due to COVID-19, pay close attention to this message. You could be entitled to a death benefit of over $300,000. The U.S. government has set up a fund to pay families relief if they've lost a loved one due to COVID-19. We know this is a hard time for you, and this fund has been set up by the federal government to help ease your pain. The compensation includes a death benefit and lost wages benefit. Time is limited, so we urge you to make a free phone call right now. There's no cost to you for this claim. All legal fees are only covered once you receive your money. So if you've lost a loved one due to COVID-19, call the legal helpline right now to find out if you qualify for a cash award. Here's our number: 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. 800-876-7047. That's 800-876-7047. Paid for by the IPG Law Group.
You're listening to
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Hey, what's up? This your boy James Fortune, and you are listening to The Lunch Break. Keep it locked.
All right, I appreciate you, James Fortune, right here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org. Also, we're streaming live on Facebook at The Lunch Break KYOK, at The Lunch Break KYOK, or KYOK radio station page. You can also check us out on YouTube and Twitter. All right, so it's birthday time. Let me go and get those out of the way. A lot of good birthdays celebrated today. Sky Griffin, what's up, friend? Celebrating her birthday. Donnell Vigors is celebrating his birthday as well. Stormy Brooks is 58 today. Stormy, you're looking good. OJ Battle, what's up, bruh? 50 today. Big 5-0 for OJ Battle. Reagan Flowers celebrating her birthday along with Ernie Johnson. Crystal Tootie Brown celebrating her birthday today. Also, Tricelle Holmes, Damon Hunt, Tamra Brown, Renee Brown, Vicky Lee celebrating her birthday July the 8th. Kendra Mills is celebrating her with her minister and self. Michael Whitmire's 35. Erica Bell. Erica is the one that introduced me to Mary. Got a chance to meet Tina and Erica thanks to Erica Bell. So nice birthday, young lady. Danita Moore celebrating a birthday along with Pastor Ephraim McDuffie. How you doing, sir? And Wendy Wallace Dermott. Wendy Wallace Dermott. Her name is a tongue twister, and I failed it miserably. But anyway, all y'all celebrate your birthday. You know what I'm going to do for you.
Oh, go shorty. It's your birthday. Ooh, it's your birthday. Go shorty. It's your birthday. Today's your day. Happy birthday to you.
All right, happy birthday to you and yours. Anybody else celebrating a birthday? If it's today, get it in. 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000. I definitely want to celebrate your birthdays with you. Again, 281-453-1000. If you are celebrating your birthday, I definitely want to celebrate with you. All right, got to get back to this. Game 2 of the NBA Finals going to be tonight, 8 o'clock. It will be none other than the Phoenix Suns up 1-0 versus the Milwaukee Bucks. And I expect Milwaukee to make some adjustments tonight. I just don't think they're going to win. Hello, you're live on the lunch break. Who's this?
Brother AJ, Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, what it do, baby? Call of the year 2017. I think, okay, so we got you, 2017. We got the greatest, 2018's already checked in. Donna Coleman-Holman is on YouTube. She's checked in. She's 2019. And Keith Hennick is on Facebook. So we got all of our callers of the year right up to 2020.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. AJ, I sit back and I ponder and I wonder. AJ, we live in a time and place where we have no room for error.
Yeah.
We have to teach our children to let them know that whatever decisions you make sure that is the best decision for that time and place and where you're at. One thing I truly believe, AJ, when you represent the country who doesn't appreciate you, you stop representing. I believe that it's a time now, AJ, that we have to pull back away from the game and let them do whatever they want to do. The world is angry at us. They're mad because Bill Cosby's released, and they're mad about a whole bunch of other stuff that we have absolutely nothing, AJ, to do of. So I just think that we need to, as a race of people, sit back, regroup, and going forward. We have to have a plan, AJ. And we can't keep doing and living like we've been living the last couple of decades. That doesn't work. So we have to really, really get together. We have to network, get to the bargaining table, and figure out, AJ, what's in our best interest. Because athletics, at the end of the day, won't save us. But if we're going to let our children continue to compete, I just think that we really, really need to sit down and have a long talk with them, AJ.
There was a young lady who's in the Olympics. I want to try and find her name real fast and in a hurry. But she's basically saying that there are other people running besides Sha'Carri and competing, and she's wondering why folks are not going to watch the Olympics when you got some people who worked hard as well, and you got people who put in their work to be in the Olympics. And I don't disagree with her. My question to you is, Ferdinand, do we protest everything? Do we boycott everything?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, yes.
Okay. I wanted your answer on
that. We deserve. Until we get the respect that we deserve, we protest everything. Because look here, AJ, we haven't flipped the script yet. So the best thing in the way that we should go is protest. We want to stay away from the violence as much as we can. So what do we have, AJ, besides protest?
I hear you.
Because if I had my way, AJ, I'd have taught a lot of stuff a long time ago. Because I know who sent me would prefer me to be disciplined. I'm going to stay disciplined as long as I possibly can. So in order for me to stay disciplined, protest. Teach. Each one teach one. Whenever we find that they're bending the rules, they make the rules. They change the rules. They make the rules fit them. How you going to win?
Ferdinand, let me keep talking. I want to look up something real fast.
It's imperative for us to keep protesting. They give us no respect. We've done nothing to them to treat us the way they treat us. People are going to make mistakes. Everybody is not going to have the same mindset. People do things for various reasons. I really hate the young lady mother passed in this time, what she's really going through. Don't nobody care about that.
Yeah.
I mean, she's smoking weed in a state that's legal. And we know the rules as far as the games are concerned, but this young lady, come on, somebody.
Wow. You know what, Ferdinand? Okay, so I probably shouldn't have done this. When you get a chance, go to teamusa.org and look up the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee. Just go to that website and look up under the menu, look up the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, and that'll speak for itself.
TeamUSA.org.
Yep. Yeah. I wish I hadn't done it because I'm trying to move this beyond race. I really am. And I'm not saying
never move it beyond that.
I'm
you
trying
can never
to,
move it beyond that. You can. Let me help you out, AJ. You can move beyond that. I can't because I see things for what it is. If you put me in a position and you put somebody else that don't look like me in a position, give us the equal chance of it, AJ. Don't make it harder for me because God made my skin dark. I didn't ask to be this color, but I'm proud to be this. I wouldn't be nothing else on earth.
It's got to be more than just race, Ferdinand. It's got to be. It's got to be.
Explain it to me. Can you explain it to me? What else can it be? Because I'm listening.
I don't know. It's got to be more than race, though.
They hate the ground that we walk on. Come on, AJ. We've done nothing to them. You tell me any other way it is. We've done nothing to them.
But everybody ain't them, though, right? Everybody.
Absolutely right. No. Because I have some good white friends. And I had some good ones coming up with. So no. You got evil and hate. Love and hate will never be friends, but you got more hate than you have love. So if it's not, take the race out. We make it take the race out for about 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So if it's not about the race, AJ, it has to be about the love and the hate.
I'm trying.
I don't hear nobody.
Ferdinand, I'm trying. I think they just didn't want the backlash or all the media attention around Sha'Carri when you got all these other. I don't know how big the Olympic team is. I want to say it's about 500 people on the Olympic team.
AJ, you're fishing.
I'm trying, though.
They suspended her. She did her time. She did her time.
Just be sure and look up the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see.
And I'm going to leave this with you. They rule beat them, and they angry at us. Bill Cosby was released. Bill Cosby didn't put a gun in anybody's head to let me get out of prison. They rule failed them. God bless you.
Bye, Ferdinand. Bye. All right. So, Ferdinand, so here's what I'm always going to say. Even if I don't totally agree with you as a caller or a viewer or whatever, Ferdinand stated his point respectfully, without cursing, without, being disrespectful to me as a host on my show. You can state your point. You can totally disagree with me, or I can totally disagree with you, and we'll be fine as long as we state our points like Ferdinand stated here. And I respect him for that. That's why every time that young man calls, we're going to get him to the front of the line. Every time. So, but I wish I hadn't. If you go and look up, go to teamusa.org, and then under the menu, you want to look for the leadership. Yep, leadership. Yep. And then go under, and you can break down the all the different board of directors. Yeah. When you go to board of directors, you'll see everything. Donna Coleman Holman, was it CP3 or James Harden in Houston? It was James Harden. I hate to say it, but it was James Harden. Grandmama told me a long time ago, when you talk about, how you fell out with this one and you fell out with that one, you couldn't get along with this one, you couldn't get along with that one. I'll never forget, she had her back to me while she was in the kitchen, and I was sharing with her. I'd come over there, from college, and I was sharing with her about a couple of breakups I had, and she said, "Oh, baby, the one constant in all those stories you just told me was you." James Harden had a problem with Dwight Howard. He had a problem with Chris Paul. Had a problem with Russell Westbrook. And had a problem with Boogie Cousins. And then once they got here and decided he wanted out. So there we go. All right, let me get Sybil Wilkes on here. She'll give us our COVID-19 update. Sybil Wilkes going to give us our update on COVID-19. We'll do that. And then we'll get ready to start the top of the hour number 2, about to get going right here on the legendary KYOK AM 1140, 92.3 FM, and streaming live on KYOKradio.org. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, going to come in the second hour, and we're going to break down game one, and we're going to preview game two, and we'll take your questions, we'll take your calls, we'll take your comments right here on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. Here's Sybil Wilkes with What You Need to Know.
It's Sybil Wilkes with What You Need to Know. In one of the largest groups of political candidates in one of the most complex forms of voting, Eric Adams has emerged as the winner of the Democratic primary in the race for mayor of New York City. More than 2 weeks after voters cast their ballots in a first-of-its-kind ranked choice election, the Democratic primary appears to be over. The November general election against Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa is regarded as a formality in the heavily Democratic-leaning city. If the former New York Police Department captain wins the November election, he will be the second Black mayor of New York City. The Delta variant is now the dominant strain of COVID-19 in the U.S. 52% of new cases for the 2-week period ending July 3rd were linked to the more transmissible strain. Some areas of the country, including the hotspots of Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska, are currently overwhelmed with COVID-19 cases linked to the Delta variant. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK, all new 92.3 FM. Here's our top of the hour.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston.
The views and opinions expressed on all radio shows broadcast on KYOK are entirely those of the host, guests, and callers, who are entirely responsible for all show content and do not in any way reflect the opinions of KYOK Radio, its sponsors, staff, or management.
Out on that field today. Ask yourself this question.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Let's go! We ready! We ready! We ready! We ready! Let's go to the house! Let's go to the house!
When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. This is what it feels like. Football is getting hit. That's it.
It's gonna be football now. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's hunt now. Let's hunt now. Let's go. Let's hunt. We ready? Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house.
We're talking about the Jets like we're talking about the Saints. You know, all this hollering, we the Miami Heat of football. Yeah. The bottom line is you got to buckle up with chin straps. It's embarrassing. Yeah. Don't disrespect the game like that. There's too much crying from him. He's a man. They can be a hit just like us. He's a man. You already make the big money. He's a man. I'm proud when you step on the field, man. That's what I did. When I step on the field, I send one message. This is what it feels like. Oh, my bad. Your bad don't work in my world.
What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We ready? Let's go to the house. Let's go to the house. It's a wrap. Game over.
Nah, this game is not over. It is just getting started in the second hour. First hour on the books, second hour underway here on the legendary KYOK. I'm AJ Jones. It is our Throwback Thursday. And, man, y'all are blowing my phone up with comments. I'm going to read this one. This is 346. 984 AJ, if you hate white people, just say it. I didn't say that, nor did Ferdinand say that. Nobody said that we hate white people. And I just wanted to read that side of it. All right. 346-798. 346-798. AJ, everything is not about race. This young lady broke rules. There are, like you said, over 500 athletes representing the United States. Why is all the attention on her and everything about race? I said very clearly in that segment that I was trying to make it something other than race. I was trying to see it differently. That's what I said. But just because someone else sees it that way doesn't make them wrong and you're right, doesn't make them right and you wrong. I think I said this the other day. Two people can look out the same window and see different stuff. Two people can live lives in the same city, same state, in the same house, and see it differently. You know, this whole us, them, right, wrong, it doesn't always have to be that way. There can be two rights in the same situation. There can be two wrongs in the same situation. There can be a right and a wrong. There can be a wrong and a right. But this all or nothing equation, that's the part that's getting me, man. It used to be our diversity made us stronger, but then y'all start listening to certain people. I'm not even coming for the network. I'm just coming for the person. And when he starts saying nobody's ever been strong because of diversity, when has diversity ever made us strong? That's craziness. That's absolute craziness. It's lunacy. And, you know, again, y'all can listen to Tucker Carlson all you want, but that dude's bank account is fat because y'all are listening to him. So I'll leave it at that. I ain't knocking Fox News. I ain't knocking other folks on the network. I'm just saying that dude, that one right there, that guy, that man, he's a little something else. Donna Coleman-Holman, Harden, poor thing. He can play, but I believe it was him. He was lazy, off-season. Harden is good, but just got bad habits. That's an interesting opinion. That's an interesting statement. Some of that has been documented. But then, you know, he had the one season when he went, I think he went overseas or he went out of the country somewhere and right on time. Hold on, let me get this guy's music together first. Hold on, let me do something real fast before I bring him in here. I got HBCU music queued up, and that ain't what I need. I need some other stuff queued up. But I think Kris will be able to tell us. I think Harden went out of the country one off season and worked out and came back all fine and svelte and looking like he was ready for it. So let's do this first before I do anything else. Last seen running Houston Roundball review. He is bad. He is Kris Gardner. What up, though? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Hold on. Let me get your volume up. All right, go ahead and say it again. How good are you doing?
I'm doing all right, brother. How are you? Sound better?
Great, man. I'm great. Do you remember a couple of years ago, didn't Harden go somewhere out of the country and work out and get all fine? I thought he went down where Ezekiel Elliott worked out or somebody like that and got all fine and came back and was in better shape than he had been in a long time.
I'm not sure about that particular instance. I know he and PJ have gone overseas to get fashion and stuff like that many times during the off season. So that happens. But James works out. He's worked out.
Wait. Hold
in Arizona, you know,
on
home campus.
Chris.
Yeah.
I said James Harden went somewhere and worked out and got all fine. Kris said him and PJ went overseas and got some fashions.
Yeah.
They got some clothes.
Yeah.
Is it that bad? The dude works out, don't he? Tell me.
Oh, yeah. But I know he works out on campus sometimes at Tempe, at Arizona State, things like that during the off season. He works out where he's comfortable, where people can meet him and work out. Yeah, he puts in the time. Sometimes we do wonder about that, but yeah, he puts in the time. But he's a fashion dude, you know, and PJ loves them shoes, and PJ's a fashion brother too. So hey, do you in the off season?
I can't be mad at PJ because PJ playing for that chip.
You know, PJ's still playing, so how about that for irony? You know, so
right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I can be mad at everybody else, but I can't be mad at PJ because PJ playing for that hardware. So you know, can't be mad.
Yeah, but you know, James is an example of the new NBA. You know, he has a brand, and part of his brand is fashion. So that's what he does. Choose to do in the off season. Go ahead, do you just come ready for when the games start?
Yeah, I got you. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Glad to have you on the show, man. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. I made the mistake, Kris, and I don't want you to get down this rabbit hole. I made the mistake of looking up the board members for the U.S. Olympic Committee, and now I get it. I understand. I know what's going on. I didn't know. I thought I knew, but now I know. So don't go down that rabbit hole. Like, don't go to teamusa.org and look up leadership and executive committee. Don't look at that because it'll mess up your lunch.
No, well, I live in America.
Kris, tell me though. I'm gonna get off that. I'm for real. I'm finna get off of that. I'm gonna leave that alone. Game one. One.
Okay, segueing over to game one. Okay.
Yeah, man, I got to get off of it because I'm trying. My forehead is sweating. My mouth is dry. Listen, man, game one of the NBA Finals. Phoenix took that game. What do you think that was about? How do you think Phoenix was able to pull that off when a lot of momentum was coming in that on Milwaukee's side for what they were able to figure out and how they were able to pull away from Atlanta and win those 2 games straight?
Milwaukee did make adjustments. Milwaukee waited too late to make adjustments to how to defend or what to do with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Over-reliance on Brook Lopez and Bobby Portis doing a better job with, heck, anybody not named Jrue Holiday doing a better job getting in the chest of CP and Book, getting over those screens, stop switching so much. My goodness.
Yeah.
They Phoenix, into their credit, Phoenix, they sought out Bryn Forbes, they sought out Brook Lopez, anybody not named Jrue Holiday, not Giannis. Okay, we can do a high pick and roll. Bucks gonna switch. Okay, now we're just gonna take our time and pick them apart.
You know, I shared that with Todd yesterday. He kind of co-hosted with me yesterday that Milwaukee's defensive mindset was ridiculous. And to Monty's credit, he was like a football coach. I'm gonna run this play.
Sure.
Stop it. And every time, like you said, the smaller defender would go underneath the pick and give Chris Paul the ability to get to that mid-range jump shot. And somebody tried to say he was a streaky mid-range shooter. That ain't what we saw when he was here in Houston. That ain't what we saw when he was in Oklahoma City. And that's definitely what we have not seen in the play. That dude is deadly from the mid-range game, and he ate him up.
The numbers show Chris Paul is one of the best mid-range shooters in NBA history. That's numbers. His streakiness comes from three-point line.
Right, exactly.
And he knocked down 3 for 3 in the third quarter when he scored 16 points, going 6 for 7. The Bucks just need to be smarter. You cannot let Chris Paul get into a rhythm. You got to get people out of that rhythm. Go over those picks. You got to mix up your defense. You cannot give. They did the same thing in the previous series. Brook Lopez just hung in the paint, let Trae Young early in that series get off.
Yeah.
Let's get that float at the free throw line. Okay, you're going to be back by the dotted half of the circle of the free throw line. Well, I'm just going to pull up in front of you.
Yeah.
At the free throw line itself.
Right.
You got to meet them quicker, sooner. You have to make Chris Paul work, do something different. You know, and once he gets in the rhythm, it's hard to get out that rhythm.
Yeah.
So that's part of good defense, good/great defense. You got to make teams, your opponents, do things that they don't want to do, make them uncomfortable.
Right. That was the part that I kind of got. It was like Milwaukee was making or allowing Phoenix to do what they wanted to do and not realizing that we've got to do something different to stop them from doing what they want to do, and they weren't able to get that done.
Yeah, you know, and that goes on every player for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton, Bobby Portis, anybody. Why are you backing off Chris Paul, allowing him to run up into his mid-range jumper? Why are you doing that?
Right. Yeah, that drop down defense killed him. That killed him all night long. And Todd was saying he doesn't expect Chris Paul to average 31 or whatever for the rest of the series. I was like, here's a good reason why he probably will, because Milwaukee typically waits till late in the series to make adjustments to what has been killing them. And if you keep letting him get to that mid-range spot, he's going to kill you every time. Let me take a quick break. We'll come back and further break down game one before we preview game two. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us on the lunch break. I know y'all have questions because y'all be firing them off to me. Hit me up, 281-453-1000, 281-453-1000, or text 832-403-5005, or do like Ronald just did, shoot me an email, aj@kyoksports.com. I'll ask Ronald's question when we come back, Kris, right here on the lunch break.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. 800-298-0139. That's 800-298-0139.
Hello, this is Claude Cummings Jr., Vice President of Communication Workers of America District 6. Trey and I are inviting you to listen in to our new political talk show, Power to the People Political Hour.
Hello, this is Trey Daniels from the Daniels Group. Yes, Claude, the show will be hard-hitting and informative, talking about national and local political issues of the day, week, and month. Interviews will be with pastors, community leaders, elected officials, and political operatives. You know, Claude, a part of our responsibility is informing the citizenry and give them power to the people.
That's right, Trey. We're asking that you listen in on 1140 AM, 92.3, or streaming on KYOKradio.org, Thursdays at 10 a.m.
Give people what they want. The legendary KYOK 1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legend continues.
I'm Ben Tankard, and you are listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It is our Throwback Thursday. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us. You know, it's also the day we rock and represent our HBCUs. Winston-Salem State University. I had to give them some love, Kris, because Chris Paul is enrolled at Winston-Salem. And I got to give some love. So we got some HBCU music in the background. I'm rocking with Chris Paul. I ain't mad. I don't care who don't like it. I want the young man to win a chip before he calls it quits in this thing. And the best time for him to do it is right now. Kris, let me read this comment by Ronald. First of all, Ronald says he's watching on LinkedIn. So somebody must have shared the show on LinkedIn. He said, ask the question that you asked yesterday. Let me tell you what question he's talking about. I asked the question, is there some unwritten rule that if a star or starter was injured, that you don't go directly to him, but you go with the hot hands that led you to where you are now? So instead of, I'm not saying not starting Giannis, but did them sticking with Giannis affect what they were able to do with Portis, with Lopez, with Middleton, and with Holiday?
It's unwritten. I think it's obvious. I don't agree with it. This is one of the things that we touched on, me, Will, and Andy touched on in our show on Friday. Was, Willie Gibson said it perfectly. Why is it time for the players to step up? Weren't you doing all this? Why weren't you doing this stuff beforehand?
Right. That's a good point.
So clearly, Giannis's presence on the floor impacts Jrue Holiday negatively because Jrue Holiday just was not as effective in game one like he was in the last few games against the Hawks. He was much more aggressive, and he was just He missed a lot of close-in shots. He just was not as aggressive nor as effective in game one versus Phoenix. So part of that is true. I think that's part of being a superstar, but also teammates, they take a back seat to superstars once they come back, once they're on the court.
Yeah.
Yo, man, we're trying to win.
Right.
If I'm rolling, give me the ball. If I got an advantage, give me the ball. If you got the advantage, I'm gonna give you the ball.
Right.
Go with the hot hand.
Yeah.
But Giannis played well. We thought it was going to be an issue.
And he did. 20 and 17 ain't bad. I'm serious. They'll pay tens of millions of dollars for 20 and 17 a night. But there was something off with the chemistry. There was something off. And I know it's a different team, different series, different players, different coach. I get that. But a guy who follows the show, T-Bone, he said, AJ, it's an unwritten rule. You find those minutes from other players. You don't take them from your star. I got to admit, I didn't know that was a rule, but it looks like that's a real thing.
Yeah, it's an unwritten rule. I mean, that's why they're superstars.
Yeah.
But if I'm trying to win, I'm in the finals.
Yeah.
I got to do what works and what has worked. But Giannis wasn't the problem.
I agree.
Drew Holiday, he struggled.
Right.
And more and more, when the Bucks are successful, it's because of Drew Holiday playing well, Chris Middleton playing well. Giannis is being constant.
Yeah.
You know, he can't do it by himself. And that's one thing that teams in team sports, a superstar does score all the points. Mm-hmm. He or she needs help to get it done.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Paul scored 31. The Suns scored 118. So he didn't do everything.
Yeah.
He got help.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody suggested that they go with a really big lineup of Lopez, of Portis, and Giannis. And then you literally have Middleton and Holiday in the backcourt. That's an interesting deal. That would be interesting. Could they get away with that big of a lineup though?
Not for a long stretch of the game, no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Phoenix is playing small ball, especially now even more, going small more consistently now with Dario Saric out with the torn ACL.
Right.
So they're gonna push the pace and try to attack the big men. If Portis and Lopez could get in their head to stay up on the high screen and not be in drop coverage, instead of giving up all that space, it might work for a little bit.
Yeah.
But again, we saw how effective Brook Lopez was in Game 6 when they got him the ball. Game 5, they got him the ball.
Yeah.
Got the ball down low. Why does it have to go away because Giannis is back on the floor?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Something changed with that. And we saw it even when Chris Paul came back from his first game from being out with COVID. Everything was a little bit off. They lost that game, but then they bounced back in big fashion after that. Big Time Floyd says, hello, AJ, Kris, and the Breakers. Regarding the finals, if the Bucks fail to make coaching adjustments and are unable to play with any sense of urgency, they may get swept. I don't see them getting swept. What are your thoughts?
I don't believe they'll get swept. The sense of urgency, it's the finals, man. You've got a chance to win a championship. If you don't have the urgency now, that's on the players.
Right.
I can't put that on Bud and the staff. You guys playing for a ring. You guys playing for a legacy. Yeah. If you're not urgent and ready to get it done, get it going, that's you. That's a you problem.
Yeah.
Like in terms of adjustments, that's coaching. Doing things differently. Different lineups, different attacks, different strategies. That's coaching. But come on. I don't need my coach. I need a coach. Hey, man, 4 more wins. I got a ring.
Yeah. Angie, she says, I'm a transplant from Madison. I'm down here in Houston. I love it. Been listening to the show. First time commenting. What do my Bucks need to do to win? I keep hearing you talk about Phoenix. Don't hate. All right, so what's Milwaukee need to do to win, Kris? Hey, first of all, hey, Angie, welcome to Houston. Don't know how long you've been here, but thanks for tuning into the show. What does Milwaukee need to do to win?
Be more aggressive on defense, disrupt Chris Paul, disrupt Devin Booker, make other players beat them. That's one thing that teams try to do in every game. Make the non-stars beat them.
Right.
They got to go over those picks. Don't go under those screens.
Right.
Especially all the time. Do something else.
Right.
Adjust your defense and don't switch so much. Get over those picks. Hedge a little bit. Don't switch. Trap sometimes. Trap the ball handler on those picks. Mix up your defense. Don't do the same thing. The same thing as drop coverage. Just going underneath and letting CP and Book do whatever they want to do.
Right.
Mix it up. Do different things. Give them different looks. And then offensively, you need more from Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Giannis is going to get his. Chris Middleton needs to cut down on turnovers. Because his handle is kind of shaky sometimes. His passing sometimes is shaky. The Bucks have enough offensively if they don't give the ball away.
Yeah.
They have advantages that they can use and shine on and excel and accentuate, but you cannot give the ball away to Phoenix because Chris Paul will make you pay.
That's true. That's true. We got Chris Gardner joining us, Houston Roundball Review, right here on the legendary KYOK. Get your comments. Keep them coming in. You can text them 832-403-5005 like Angie did, or you can call on in live, 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. FD just sent the message in. We'll read his, AJ@KYOKsports.com. That's AJ@KYOKsports.com. We'll be right back with more right after this.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Their expert staff can help you turn your book idea into a real book, a masterpiece that could someday make the bestseller list in hard copy and digitally all across the world. Page Publishing can help you completely take your idea for a book, write it, and publish it. So if you want to join the ranks of some of the most famous authors in the world, call now for a free information kit. Turn your book idea into publishing gold. Make a free call right now to Page Publishing.
800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. 800-219-8332. That's 800-219-8332.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. 800-958-2156. That's 800-958-2156.
Tune in to Table Talk with your boy, TD Blackshear, every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. on the legendary KYOK 1140 a.m. and 92.3 FM. See you there.
In need of tires? Check out OMG Tire Services and more. New and used tires, all the name brands you desire, located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Give them a call at 832-767-3211. Top-notch service from beginning to end. When you're done, get your car hand-washed inside and out at OMG Tire Services and more. Located at 3126 Tidwell between 59 North and Jensen. Call 832-767-3211. That's 832-767-3211. Conveniently located on the north side.
The legendary KYOK 1140 AM. The legendary KYOK 92.3 FM. Radio stations in one.
This is Brian Courtney Wilson, and you're listening to The Lunch Break.
All right, y'all, we're back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM. It's our Throwback Thursday. Chris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, rocking with us. And the greatest said, hey, don't forget Earl the Pearl Monroe from Winston-Salem State University. I didn't forget, but I just didn't remember at that moment. Got to give him some love. He also said the other players are good too, Chris, talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. And let me do one more that came in on, FD emailed this one in. He said, AJ and Kris, I love the show. Here's my question. Coaching, who gets the nod in these finals?
Is okay. Monty Williams. Next.
Wow, Kris.
Monty's just he's a better tactician than Coach Bud. I think many of us agree on that. Am I wrong?
Is it close?
I don't think so. No. Do you disagree, sir?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to.
Okay.
I'm the good me today. I'm good Kermit, not bad Kermit. I done took my hoodie off. I'm not everything is about race, and Coach Budenholzer is not a bad head coach. He's in the NBA Finals.
This is not about race. Monty Williams is a better tactician.
No. I was talking about me and Ferdinand had a conversation earlier before I looked at the breakdown of the U.S.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's something else. But, yeah, But, no.
If I hadn't looked at the breakdown of the U.S. Olympic Committee, I probably would feel differently. But anyway, yeah, man, he can't be that bad. He's in the NBA Finals, right?
I didn't say he's that bad. He's just not Monty Williams. That's all. Clearly, he has exceeded my expectations by getting them to the finals. Because when they were down after, getting waxed by one-legged James Harden in Game 5 against Brooklyn, I thought he was toast. They underachieved so much, and then the ostrich egg laid against the Hawks, a chance to go up 3-1. So he's giving me two examples right there to show me that he's not as great as Monty Williams. But no, Monty Williams is a better coach. Yeah. Coach Bud has got his team to the finals. He probably has saved his job, but he needs to make adjustments in these finals. And if he does, he will increase his team chances of winning that championship.
Yeah. That's one dude that's probably almost gotten fired at least twice, maybe 3 times during these playoffs.
Yeah. And I think rightly so.
Like somebody probably picked up the phone to say, you fired, right? You can finish it out, but you fired, right? And thank goodness they didn't make that call.
But that's because of him.
Yeah.
Not getting your team ready. That blowout loss to the Hawks. Come on. They weren't prepared for that game. Losing to James Harden, not attacking one-legged James Harden in Game 5. You could see him struggling to get up and down the floor.
Yeah.
That's not great coaching. That's obvious coaching right there, I think. Well, but they came back and won the series 4-3. So, he's less stubborn than he has been in previous seasons. He makes some tweaks, in Game 2. They can win Game 2.
Yeah.
This series isn't over. They just need to do things differently and better. They need to get to the free throw line more.
Yeah.
For the most part, most of that Game 1, Devin Booker had more free throw attempts than the whole team.
Yeah, Bud did call that out too. He called out the disparity.
And he should.
Right. And you got to work the refs like that. You have to do that. You have to do that. Kris, I want to read this one because this young lady's near and dear to my heart. This is Alexis. She's been a part of our lunch break, Keeping Up with the Joneses Pick'em Challenge for a long time. She said, AJ, Chris Paul is my son's absolute favorite player. He cannot keep his eyes off the TV when Chris Paul is playing. My son is also small like Chris Paul. I'm a single mother. What do I need to do to help my son improve his game?
Working his handles, working his ball handling skills. Keep that dribble alive all the time.
Yeah.
Don't stop dribbling. Dribble through traffic. You go baseline, keep the dribble alive. Do not pick up your dribble. That's the first thing right there. Maintain your dribble and be a leader. Be a vocal leader. If you're a point guard, you got to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You have to talk. And your teammates have to trust you to follow you.
Yeah.
So you have to know your game, know what you're talking about. You got to deliver when called upon. All those things, part of being a leader. And be correct when you call them out. You, as a leader, you got to call folks out. Hey, man, you're wrong. We need you to be here at this spot. You got to know that every position for your teammates are supposed to be. Every play. That's being a great floor general.
What's interesting about this young man is he's really quiet, Kris. He's really quiet. But when he gets out there on that basketball court, he's a whole different young man. I'm serious. Like what you just described, that's how he is on the court. And he's real good about picking dudes' heads up and putting them on the head and patting them on the back and stuff like that, man. He's a pretty awesome young man. I don't think he's not even a teenager yet. But
let me add this, if I can, AJ. Yeah. Being a great leader is also knowing who you can pat on the behind, who you need to kick in the behind, and who you need to motivate differently, because different folks need different motivation.
Yeah, that's true.
Do not treat everybody the same.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I appreciate you pouring into that. That family means a lot to me. She's like a daughter to me. And that young man obviously calls me Poppy. So I appreciate you pouring into them. So thank you for that, Kris. All right. So last time it was Phoenix pulling away. Let's kind of preview tonight. What adjustments do you expect to see on both sides?
Jrue Holiday, I think, needs to attack more, be aggressive in the first quarter. Phoenix, Monty Williams, they're going to prepare and expect the Bucks to make adjustments, the Bucks to defend the high screen and rolls differently. So they're going to probably look for Milwaukee to double team the picks, double team the ball handler, Chris Paul or Devin Booker on those high screens. They're going to prepare for that, have cutters flash through the middle of the paint to be open for the open line of vision, be in the open, an open spot where the double team comes from. They'll be ready for that. And Phoenix mixes in some zone. See, Monty Williams is not afraid to throw in some zone, to throw in just a different defense to just disrupt your opponent. Just give them a different look. And I know my man Bomani Jones has said zone is for cowards. He says that all the time. But my thing is, if it works, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
It has flaws, especially in the NBA, and it should have more flaws. It should be picked apart more because of the open spots in it.
Yeah.
But because NBA teams aren't used to going against it, you toss out there for 3-4 minutes, they're shook.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to be? Those 3-4 minutes can make a difference in you being down 4 and then going up 6.
Right.
Because of that, just that different look. That's part of basketball sports. Just adjustments. Just throwing your opponents. You got to prepare your players for everything, because you never know what your opponent's going to throw at you. So, hey, you can tell them this is a 2-3. We worked on this in practice. We know what to do.
Yeah.
Just spread it out here, spread out 1-4 set, different kind of thing. We know what to do with this. Just take the time and look at it and attack it.
Yeah.
Attack weak points and go from there.
Yeah, especially when it's a matchup zone or, they trap out of the zone. I mean, there's so many, nuances to it, but you got to be prepared for it, right?
Right. And that's what practice is all about, preparing for it. So, hey, we've seen this. We got this. Okay, you call a play, I got it. I know what to do. I know what I'm supposed to be. Flash here, flash there. Short corner here, short corner there. Yeah. But you'd be surprised how many folks are not prepared for seeing zone defense in the NBA.
Yeah. Which is hard to imagine. Hey, real quick, Kris, I want to go back to Sunday's game. I'm sorry, no, I've gone too far. I want to go back to the game Tuesday, and something Todd said that he didn't expect Chris Paul to go 32-9, which again in the first ever his first ever finals game, the only other person that had that kind of stat line was Michael Jordan. So that lets you know you're doing something right. But when you look at, you got 22-19 from Ayton, you got 27-6 from Booker. There are other places. Campaign had 10. There are other places where there's room for improvement on Phoenix's side as well. I mean, it's not like all their players maxed out. And, by the way, I don't think we've really seen how real good DeAndre Ayton can be.
Back to what I said earlier, Chris Paul didn't win by himself. His teammates stepped up and produced. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Giannis needs help from Jrue Holiday. Giannis needs help. He needs more from Brook Lopez. He needs more from Bobby Portis. He needs more from Pat Connaughton. He needs Bryn Forbes to not be left on an island when they switch on defense because they're going to look for him.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to look for him.
If
he is not making his threes on offense, he is a liability.
Yeah.
You know, so, but that's Monty Williams taking advantage of his opponent, the matchups. That's part of coaching. Bud needs to do that. Look at the advantages his team has and attack those. That's what he needs to do better in game 2 to improve his chances. Drew Holiday was 4 for 14. That's not gonna get it done.
Yeah.
So he has to shoot better. Many of his shots that he missed were in the paint. Those are paint touches. You got to make those.
Yeah. What's interesting was Phoenix won by 13. They got 1 point out of Crowder. 1.
Yeah. Because they got points from Cam Payne, got points from Cam Johnson. They got points from everybody else. Teams win championships. I know how great Michael Jordan was. I know how great Dream was. Magic, Kareem, Isaiah. I know all that. But teams win championships. You tell me how many players have won by him or herself a championship?
Yeah.
In a team sport.
Yeah. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining us here on the lunch break. Throwback Thursday. It's also our HBCU day. We've talked about Drew Holiday needing to step up. Who can Phoenix ill afford to have an off night for them to maintain the win?
Chris Paul.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Paul. The Bucks, I choose to believe the Bucks will do something different in defending Chris Paul.
Okay.
Give him different looks. And because of that, he's going to score less. Now, he may get more assists, but AJ, you know, the family knows you get assists when you pass to a teammate and they make the shot.
Right.
He can pass it all day long to a teammate. If they brick,
right,
there's no assist.
Right.
So that's what the Bucks have to do, is make him do something, make him less of a scorer and more of a passer. And then if you make those passes difficult, then you throw off his teammates' rhythm and they may miss some more shots. Then you got to complete the defense by rebounding the basketball. That's when defense ends, when you get the miss.
Right. One and done.
Yes.
Yeah. I got to take a break, but before I do, Devin Booker has the ability to go all the way off. I mean, We've seen Devin Booker go big. If Chris Paul has that night where he is off, or the defense is able to kind of curtail him a little bit, does that leave the door open for Devin to just ball out?
Sure. What the Bucks have to decide is which of CP and Booker do they want Drew Holiday to not guard.
Gotcha.
And then based on that, okay, Drew, if you stick with CP, then we're going to have to do more work on Devin Booker. Because Drew Holiday can defend one of them very well. He can't defend both of them at the same time.
That's true. All right, let's take that break. We'll be right back with Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. If you got more questions, get them in. 281-453-1000. That's 281-453-1000. It's our Throwback Thursday.
Do you have high blood pressure or diabetes? Are you over the age of 65 and covered by Medicare? Then pay close attention to this message. Medicare has introduced some new benefits to help consumers during these cautious COVID-19 times.
Landy,
they realize many of you don't want to leave your home to visit a doctor. So now you can get a remote patient monitoring device shipped to your home at little or no cost to you. Now your doctor can identify your problems in real time, which could potentially save your life. Victory Medical can easily ship this monitoring device directly to your home at little or no cost to you. If you have high blood pressure or diabetes and you're covered by Medicare, make this free call right now to see if you qualify for a new remote patient monitoring device. Call now.
800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. 800-213-9527. That's 800-213-9527.
Do you have a home that you don't want anymore? We can buy it from you within 24 hours. Any home, size, or condition. For over 20 years, we've been buying homes for cash and helping homeowners sell their homes immediately with no listings or strangers walking through your home.
Are you moving? Did you lose your job? Going through a divorce? Whatever the reason, if you're in a bind and you know that you need to sell your house fast, call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. We'll make you a serious cash offer to buy your home in 24 hours and let you walk away from it. No listing, no waiting. Sell any home, any size, any condition now. Call the expert team at I Need to Sell My House Fast. Make this free call now.
800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. 800-306-1760. That's 800-306-1760.
1140 AM and 92.3 FM. The legendary KYOK.
Beautiful people, this is Major. This is why I love you. On the lunch break.
All right, y'all, back here on the lunch break on the legendary KYOK and the all-new 92.3 FM, streaming live on KYOKradio.org, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitter. I got Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review, joining me. We got a little HBCU thing going on. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I knew those horns were coming in. Man, I'm telling you, I'm ready for some HBCU football. I ain't gonna lie. Kris, a question just came in from a young lady who's a good friend of mine. Her name is Landy. Landy said, I'd like to hear Chris's thoughts on Maria Taylor and Rachel Nichols. Do you have any on that?
I sure do. And we're probably going to touch on this more on Friday's show with Andy, Willie Gibson, Tamer Knight, sir.
I you try to come strong. You did. Mm-hmm. I owe you an apology. You did real good.
Valencia, she can't make it tomorrow, but she'll be on. I got a few other colleagues who I'm going to reach out to get them request their presence on the show as well. Mm-hmm. But Maria Taylor, Rachel Nichols, I have not met Maria. I have met Rachel.
Okay.
When she's been here covering Rocket games here in town. I wasn't that impressed with her when I met her. But are we surprised at her comments? Off the record, one friend / colleague said she knew she was being recorded. Well, if she did, then she's really dumb. So I think she said it not thinking that she was being recorded.
Right.
So she felt free to really express her true self. So, Maria Taylor, we got 12 days. Her contract is up. I'm going to see what ESPN is going to do with her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Rachel's going to do. I'm not sure when her contract expires, but they got to do something. ESPN waited too long. They waited a whole year to do something. They should have fixed this a year ago.
Mm-hmm. And to that point, Kris, that's why I tell people with this whole, she used this to affect her contract negotiation. She's been negotiating this contract for a while. My sources tell me she's been in contract negotiations with the network for a while, and this was not used to give her leverage. Does it? Maybe, maybe not. But it was not something that she pulled up, caused to happen so that she could have leverage in her contract negotiations. What do you think about ESPN taking Rachel off of the jump and, of course, off the sideline?
Well, it seems like based on those moves that they made a decision regarding her, where they're going for her future. So, I mean, I am curious if it was in her contract that she worked the NBA finals. She said it was, that's part of the comment she made. Then her issue is with ESPN in that part, because if it's in her contract, then ESPN has not honored her contract. But what Rachel talks about, Maria is not qualified to deserve a shot. Okay, hold up now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know Rachel's history of work, but what has she done in her past to deserve all that she's accomplished?
And that's the part I can't get people to understand. It's one thing to not want to lose your job. It's another thing to have something in your contract that's not being honored. It's something totally different, though, to allude to the fact that a colleague only is getting those opportunities because of their race and affirmative action. That's where, for me, you went too far. All the other stuff is that's normal business. A lot of people who don't work under contracts, who just filled out applications and that kind of stuff, they don't understand those kind of nuances. But when you throw it all under, you're only getting this because of affirmative action rate, that's a whole different deal you got to deal with. All that other stuff can get worked out, but this has to be dealt with.
Right, and that's my biggest take away from all of this. That's why I said those comments on, recorded, that's her true self. Yeah. She says it. I believe she said that not knowing that she was being recorded. So she felt free to speak her mind.
Right.
So she believes that. I also wonder what LeBron is thinking, LeBron and Rich Paul, because that's one of their dudes.
Yeah.
Made the comments, Me Too and Black Lives Matter. I'm tired of it. Okay. Have folks asked LeBron what he's going to do about that?
Yeah, a lot of folks have been waiting on a comment from him.
Yeah. So, LeBron ain't perfect. Speak up, bro. Yeah. This is one of your people. You need to call him out on that stuff.
Say it with your chest.
So, yeah, because...
Say it with your chest.
Let me know where you stand on that. Because if that's what he thinks, then maybe I got to make some changes in your organization too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate, man. I mean, again, we got enough dog eat dog in our profession, but they just can't see you eating the dog and they can't hear you planning to eat the dog. You know what I mean? If that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing, but you can't.
I know firsthand. Folks ask me, how do you get the interview? I'm doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How you do that?
Yeah.
I got contacts too.
Yeah.
So how you still doing it? Hey, going on 30 years.
Kris, a lot of people don't know this. I had the first interview with Michael Vick after his 60 Minutes interview here in Houston. And some folks from that network reached out to me locally and wanted to know first how I got the interview. In other words, who was your source so we can get to them and get him on here? And then second, can we run the interview? Yeah, for this amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it ain't free. And brother, let me tell you something. I didn't hear from nobody again. I didn't hear from nobody else. Nobody.
Because it's like folks like that don't believe we're capable of doing a job too. Doing the work, doing the grind, knowing folks, making things happen without them.
That's a whole nother network. That's a whole nother sermon, as we say in my business, brother, because I tell people all the time, the check mark doesn't make the check mark doesn't mean that person is doing more work than me. It doesn't. And there are a lot of folks who won't believe, me or others in our business as a source because we don't have that check mark. I got news for you. There's folks that have those check marks that ain't putting in no work. None.
And it's ironic you say that, brother, because I got notified this morning from that social media platform that I was denied the check mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
1994, man, I've been doing this. So I don't need y'all to verify my worth. So whatever.
Oh boy. So anyway, man, I'm glad we were able to discuss that in a couple of minutes or less. Tell me what you expect to see tonight and anything else you wanted to talk about and get to today during our very precious time here on Throwback Thursday.
As always, man, I'm a call you out slightly like you called me out last week, and justifiably so. Say, man, when are you gonna order that NCANT gear from my website, man?
Brother, I'm telling you, it's like in the forefront of my mind when I'm seeing you. Literally, while you're talking, it's like, man, I need to go and get that A&T shirt. And then I'll get out of here and it's 999 other things, but I will get it done. That's all I can say is I will.
And I appreciate that. I say that because I am an affiliate with Fanatics. So I have links to HBCU gear, TSU, Rice, U of H, so it's all posted on HoustonRoundballReview.com, links to specifically those team pages. And if you got somebody that you were looking for, just hit me up on Twitter or send me an email and I'll see if I got specific team gear for your team.
Okay.
So, I can make that work as well. But yeah, man, that's part of it. And I'm learning from you, man. I'm trying to get as many revenue streams as possible.
Man, I'm not mad at you. Look, Marshawn Lynch say, take care of your mentals and your chicken. All right.
That's right. So that's
We
what
got
I'm
a
trying
shout
to do.
out to Langston University. I don't know if you follow the show called All American, but Langston University was featured in the last episode. They changed the name to Bingston University, but it was Langston University campus. It was all their stuff with a B instead of an L, and they changed the name a little bit. So, got to give some love to the HBCUs out there that are finding other streams of income.
That's what it's all about. I want all of us to eat.
Yep.
Okay. We put in the work.
Yep.
We should be compensated for our work.
Man, I told Keisha Kelly from Houston, from the Black College Experience, that it's eating time. It's time to eat. You don't spend all that time buying groceries. You don't spend all that time cooking a meal. It's time to eat. She just had a big breakthrough in her business, and I'm so happy for her. So listen, if you put in that work, if you bought the groceries, you prepared everything, it's time to eat. And don't be mad because you're eating and others are not. You can share it with them if you want to, or you can make them a plate yourself. But don't ever minimize your time to eat.
And I want to give you your flowers for having me part of the family on the lunch break, because this show inspired me to do the live stream that I'm doing with Andy and Will, and have more people doing that. So thank you for that. Your inspiration in doing that, because I've heard a lot of no's, and I was down about, man, maybe I shouldn't try this. You have me on here has inspired me, gave me that boost to do the live stream shows that we doing each Friday, and probably mostly Fridays. But I'm going to lean on Will for football. Okay, so I'm branching out a little bit into more than basketball. We're going to talk sports.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
So, and part of that, we want to eat too. So, folks, if you want to be part of it and support us, hit us up. Twitter. We can make this happen. We can work with you, because we know a lot of stuff too. We have a lot of inside knowledge we want to share with the viewers and the audience. And we know a lot of folks. So, but KG, I'm Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. Been around since 1994. I'm affiliated with Fanatics, also ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, the bundle, Hulu. All those things are posted on HoustonRoundballReview.com. 1994, folks. Houston Roundball Review. Local name, national perspective.
Brother, I honor you, man. Willie Gibson just threw some flowers up. Love you, brother. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. What time is the show going to be this Friday?
7 p.m. Central Time.
7 p.m. Central Time. You'll post it up. If y'all follow Kris Gardner, you can find the link of the show. I'll share it as well. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you. I love you, man. I love the team. I'm looking forward to hearing my sister hold her own. I'm definitely going to be tuned in this Friday. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. Again, it's always a great show on Thursday. You see, folks look forward to you coming on because they have questions ready for you.
And I appreciate that. And we are 3 weeks away from the draft. So get ready for that too, folks.
We got to talk about that next Thursday, because I'm hearing a lot of activity around people wanting to get up in that number 1 spot. And if they can't get number 1, what kind of offers are we going to hear for the number 2 spot?
I had a friend hit me up. What would I want if I'm Detroit from the Rockets? And I gave him something. That's a lot, man. I said, if you want Cade Cunningham, you better come correct.
Man, I tell you what, that would be something. If Cade Cunningham, if Detroit trades out of that pick, that would be very interesting.
It's unlikely, but the blockbuster that I told him was, okay, I want the Rockets 2, 23, 24, and a future pick for a number 1 pick.
Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Rafael Stone, if you can hear my voice, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So anyway, Kris, appreciate you, man. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be tuned in tomorrow night and definitely be checking things out this week. Who do you have tonight? I didn't get that from you.
I shouldn't say it, but logically it doesn't make any sense. I'm going to Bucks 1-1 after tonight.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Phoenix takes care of their business at home, and the Bucks have to perform in Game 3. That's what I told Todd yesterday. Game 3 is my indicator. If you lose 1 and 2, you cannot lose 3.
Right, but that won't be the case tonight, AJ. It's gonna be 1-1.
Okay, all right. Keep your phone on. Keep your phone on.
Will do.
All right, Kris. Thanks, man. Kris Gardner, Houston Roundball Review. Love having him on Thursday, man. Take care, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Love you, man. Y'all be safe, fam.
On here before we go and wrap things up. As always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it, so don't even try. Again, we'll be back, Lord say the same, tomorrow with Freestyle Friday. Got a couple special guests that'll be dropping in on us tomorrow, so you guys stay safe out there. Listen, COVID seems to not want to go away. In fact, it's trying to make a comeback. So whatever you do, wear your mask where you're supposed to, wash your hands where you're supposed to, consider getting a vaccine if you want to, and then whatever you do, when you see that racism, kill it. Not the person or the people, but the racism. How do you do that? You don't spread it. You don't laugh at it. You certainly don't talk about it. You just stop it. All right? All right, y'all. Got to go. Here's Sybil. Have a great rest of your day.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. In one of the largest groups of political candidates in one of the most complex forms of voting, Eric Adams has emerged as the winner of the Democratic primary in the race for mayor of New York City. More than 2 weeks after voters cast their ballots in a first-of-its-kind ranked choice election, the Democratic primary appears to be over. The November general election against Republican nominee Curtis Sliwa is regarded as a formality in the heavily Democratic-leaning city. If the former New York Police Department captain wins the November election, he will be the second black mayor of New York City. The Delta variant is now the dominant strain of COVID-19 in the U.S. 52% of new cases for the 2-week period ending July 3rd were linked to the more transmissible strain. Some areas of the country, including the hotspots of Kansas, Missouri, and Nebraska, are currently overwhelmed with COVID-19 cases linked to the Delta variant. To subscribe to my free daily newsletter, please visit SybilWilkes.com. Be informed, be empowered.
The legendary 1140 AM KYOK Conroe and 92.3 FM K222CX Houston. Are you ready?
All right, y'all. I sure hope y'all enjoyed the show. I definitely enjoyed being with you. I always have fun with Kris Gardner. So, again, big shout out to all the alum from Winston-Salem State University. Appreciate y'all. Again, Chris Paul, I love that young man. Love what he's doing. Love how he's doing it. If you repped an HBCU and you want me to wear your school's colors, hit me up. I'll try and get out and get it and make sure I have it, and we'll rock your colors. All right. All right. As always, y'all, not this, definitely this. Y'all take care. Talk to you tomorrow.